Can I ask you a question? Have you ever been driving home from work and caught yourself thinking, I can't keep doing this for another 10 years? And then almost immediately you push that thought aside because dinner has to be made, the laundry has to be done, bills have to be paid, you have a meeting tomorrow, life keeps moving on. So you tell yourself, I have a good job. I just need to keep pushing forward. I need to be grateful. But that little thought keeps coming back. It may not be every day, but enough for you that it comes to your mind enough where you cannot ignore it. I don't think it's burnout. I think it's something that's much more quieter. And honestly, I think it can be more dangerous to your inner self, to how you operate. It's called quiet desperation. It's what happens when you keep showing up for everyone else while slowly giving up on the future you actually wanted for yourself. If you've been feeling that way, I want to talk about it today. My name is Catherine. If we haven't met, I am a coach and business strategist. I help women who are burnt out, overwhelmed, or living in quiet desperation who want something different start an online business using the skills, expertise, and life experience they already have. Because I think there are more women living in this quiet desperation than we realize. The interesting thing about quiet desperation is it usually doesn't start with a bad job. It starts with small decisions. Maybe you picked a career because it was stable, maybe it paid well, maybe someone encouraged you to go into that field. And even if it's not one where you just picked it because it paid well or it was a field someone thought you should go into, and maybe you are in the field, but you feel that you have outgrown it. And at the time, it made sense. Then you got promoted, you bought a house, started a family, life got busy. Before you knew it, maybe 10, 15, 20 years had gone by. Not because you made one wrong decision, just because life kept happening. But here's what I think keeps people stuck the longest. You know what I hear all the time? This is just part of being an adult. Work isn't supposed to be fulfilling. Everyone feels this way. Maybe. But have we ever stopped to ask if that's actually true? Or have we just heard it so many times that we've accepted it? There is a difference between having difficult days and spending years feeling disconnected from the life you wanted. And then something else happens that almost no one talks about. If you're anything like the women I work with, you're probably the dependable one, the strong one. At work, people come to you because they know you will figure it out. At home, you're taking care of everyone there too. You're solving problems all day long. And because you're good at it, people keep giving you more and more. At work, more projects, more responsibility, more expectations. At some point, you wake up and realize you're managing everyone else's priorities, and yours haven't been on the list in years. That's not because you don't have dreams. It's because you've gotten so used to putting yourself last that it feels normal. And what was abnormal, without you realizing it, it is normal. If this is hidden a little closer to home, I put together a free guide called From Stuck to Started. It's a simple framework to help you figure out how your skills and experience and life experiences could become something outside of your job. I am not talking about quitting your job tomorrow. I will not advocate for that, and that is not practical. But you can start creating another option, something that you've always thought about. Maybe it's a craft that you have. Maybe it's the skills that you have that you want to put inside of your own business. So, this particular guide, I will leave the link in the description for you so you can grab it, but it will help you to see what you can turn into a business based on what you already have. Because I think the next one might be the biggest trap of all. At some point, your thoughts stopped sounding like fear and started sounding like facts. I'm too old. I don't have enough time. I'll never own a business. Are those things true? Or are they just a thought? You may be thinking, I'm not creative. I've missed my chance. Those thoughts feel true, but have you ever asked yourself, what evidence do I actually have for that? Most of the time, we don't. We've just repeated those thoughts for so long that they've become part of our identity. But here's what I think is the saddest part: you stop looking, you stop imagining, you stop exploring. Not because you don't want something different, because you've convinced yourself it probably isn't going to happen anyway. That's when quiet desperation becomes real to you. It's quiet dissatisfaction that you're really feeling, and it turns into quiet desperation. Not because your circumstances change, but because your expectations did. I remember when I realized something that completely changed how I look at the situation I was in when I was in corporate. Everything I had learned over the years, the skills, the experience, the problems I'd solved, they didn't only have value to my employer, they had value outside of my job too. I knew the life experience I had, I knew what my natural strength was, but I finally realized that, you know what? I don't have to stay in an environment that's not serving me. Why should I stay in an environment that is impacting my physical and mental health? That one realization opened up possibilities I had never really considered. Maybe you've never thought about your experience outside of your job. But what if the knowledge you've spent years building or the experience, life experience you've had could become something that's yours that you control the income around it, such as a coaching business, a consulting business, creating a digital product, creating a course, something that gives you another source of income and another level of confidence. Not because you're leaving your job. We are not talking about leaving your job because you need that financial stability while you are building your business on the side. If you've ever felt that feeling of quiet dissatisfaction lately, don't ignore it. It's easy to dismiss it because everything looks fine on the outside. But sometimes that little voice is telling you something important. Maybe it's telling you that you've outgrown the life where you are right now. The work life that you have is something that isn't feeling the same anymore. You're having that feeling that you want something different. Maybe it's telling you that you've spent years building everyone else's goals. And it's finally time to spend a little time building your own. You don't have to turn your life upside down. You don't have to quit your job. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to stop telling yourself, maybe tomorrow, maybe someday, because someday has a way of turning into years. And you deserve more than spending the next decade wondering what might have happened if you had started. If you're ready to take the first step, download my free guide, From Stuck to Started, the 4-part framework for turning your skills into a business. It will help you see your skills in a different way and show you how to start building something of your own while keeping the security of your 9 to 5. And what's really good inside of this guide is an AI prompt with a series of questions about you, your skills, your life experience, that you answer those questions. And it will give you 5 possible business options to consider for a business for you. Oftentimes, the women who have thoroughly answered the questions discover that they have business options that they never even thought about. So it's so important that you download the guide and answer those questions to see what are business options for you. And if this video encouraged you, subscribe. Every week, I give practical strategies and mindset shifts to help you create more options, more flexibility, and more control over your future. And if you know a woman who could benefit from this video, do share it with her. Thank you for stopping by to watch this video, and I hope to see you in the next video.